everybody, welcome back to Sharon Cullen Art. Today I'm doing another unboxing, if you can believe it. I've got my little helper here. He's a little sad right now. He went to the doggy doctor today. He's 16 weeks old, I believe, and his weight, I know we don't usually discuss those kinds of things, but you're a kid, so it's okay. His weight is 10 pounds, 9 ounces. So I weighed him in here at home and he was 10.7. So he gained another 2 ounces since I did that last week. But he is getting meaty. I think right now his growth has slowed down a bit because he's getting, I don't want to say fat, but chunkier, more muscular looking. And then all of a sudden I'll wake up one day and he looks emaciated and I can see his ribs, but he's like 2 inches longer, it seems. So we have no idea how big he's going to get. They say no more than 18 pounds, the breeders, because the parents are both that weight, 16 to 18 pounds. And he's the runt of the litter, so she thought about 15 to 17. Did you hear that? That was a fighter jet that just went over my art studio and the whole thing shook. They're not supposed to be flying that low here. There's laws against that. The fighter jets go over all the time because I live on the tip of Michigan's Lower Peninsula, in the thumb we call it. If you look at our state, it's a mitten. I think most everybody knows that. And then the upper hand goes like this. And that's Michigan, the full state. But anyway, I'm right here in the tip. So they like to do a lot of water maneuvers and flying close to land. So they use our area a lot. There were a couple other cities or towns. There's a city nearby me that won't allow them to fly there. So it's a no-fly zone and they have to go around. They allow them to come to my township because most of it is vacation homes. So there's very few of us who live here year-round. On my street, it's gotten a lot busier. But when we first bought our property 30 years ago, I think there were maybe 2 people who even lived year-round on this street. But anyway, so they allow them to come. Well, we started fighting it because they wanted to be able to fly at 500 feet. 250 feet? Very low. And we said, absolutely not. First of all, you're going to scare the wildlife to death. The whole reason we're in a rural area is because we love wildlife. We love being in a rural, quiet area. We said it's going to hurt vacation home resales. And it's going to rattle our freaking foundations until our houses are no good anymore. So they agreed to no less than 1,000 or 1,500 feet was the lowest they can fly. And let me tell you, at 1,500 feet, it's freaking loud and my windows rattle. So if they were like just above the treetops, you couldn't hear yourself think. And they're limited to so many flyovers a day, 7 round trips. So 14 flyovers over my house per day. They'll go a month and you won't hear them at all. And then it seems like they come out a lot on the cloudy days and do their maneuvers on cloudy days. Not so much on clear days, but very strange. So I don't know if you heard that or not. I thought it was snow and ice sliding off my roof, and then I realized it was a fighter jet. But anyway, on to my unboxing. I got a few things here. This I bought a while ago. I told you a couple weeks ago in a video, or maybe it was last week in a video, that I wanted to work more on portrait drawing, people drawings, and that kind of thing. I'm taking some courses on Domestica and have some books. But I also bought this coloring book so that I could practice doing facial feature coloring, shadows and stuff. He is not liking my hair there. I'm sorry, baby. You can go under this way. He loves to be right up against my neck. So anyway, I got this coloring book. I saw another artist using it. The people are not realistic. They're kind of whimsical. But I thought, well, I can use these and color them. And I think it'll be good practice for me. There's all sorts of different pretty pictures in here of different girls This one. They have animals, some of them attached to them. Let me find a couple with those. They're really pretty, and there's 2 sets of each one. Here's one with the mouse. So anyway, I thought I would work on coloring those. Just take some colored pencils into the house, and I can work on them while I'm watching TV or whatever. And on the back is a picture of all the different girls that there are. It's called Coloriage Wild 3, I think. Oh, Coloriage Wild 3. So anyway, I'll post a link if somebody's interested in that. Can I set you down now? I think you need to go see Beast, okay? There you go. You can sit right here next to Mama with your squirrel. He's got his little pet squirrel here. Yes. And you don't need to lay on your bone because that gets uncomfortable. Okay. So the next thing I got, I think all of you know, let me pause my video a second. Well, while I was looking for something, I finally found those coloring books that I wanted to show you that I got just for playing around at home. One of them is called Mushroom, and this one, I forget, it's Coco Wyo, her drawings. But anyway, the only problem with these is that the pages are very thin. You know, they're not very nice. So what I could do is I could trace them if I wanted to, and then, you know, but that takes a lot of work. This one I really like by Coco Wyo. It is Tiny World, and each one of them has like a different world drawing on them, and I thought, oh, those would be fun to color. I love the fantasy imagination kind of stuff. And then this is another Coco Wyo one. I like her stuff. And this one is called Life Inside a Jar. And here's just a few of the pictures that are in there. So I got those 3, and then I have one that's called Country Views or something, and I don't really care for that one so much. But anyway, what I was looking for was a pen that I use all the time, and I can't find my bag with my pens in it. I have this one here, but I don't think this is the right one. So I wonder if I left it in the house by accident. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to show you a certain pen. Most of you have seen it before. Hold on, you guys. Okay, I think it's in this bag. This is one of my favorite little art supply bags that I use for plein air painting, and I like it because this is very similar to my bicycle, only mine has flowers and all sorts of fancy stuff on it. Pat and I are talking about getting e-bikes as well, but here it is. Good. Okay, you have all seen the Fude, Sailor Fude pen, this green one. A lot of people use it for sketching, and the reason for that is because of the tip having a 55-degree bend. If I can keep it focused there you go. See the bend when it focuses? There. And I love this pen. Only sometimes my line is too thick, and I don't know if it's because I'm a lefty and I use a lot of pressure, which a lot of lefties do. We tend to press a little harder. I'm not sure. But I wanted to get another one so that I could have 2 different colors of ink. I'm still waiting on the other one to come. It's the same exact pen with the 55-degree Fude nib, but it is pink in color. So then, while I was looking, I found the navy one, and this one just came in the mail. Now this one is also a Fude pen by Sailor, but it's a 40-degree. So it doesn't have as huge a bend on it. So I want to try this pen. Let's see if we can see the difference. Put that on there. Put this on here. There's no ink, of course, in my blue one yet. But let's see the difference in these nibs. Let me put them on top of each other. They look very close, but I can see the difference. Okay, let's see. Come on, camera. There it goes. See the difference? The top one is 40 degrees. The bottom one is 55. So I plan on trying that out, and I'll do a little test for you guys, and we'll see how big the difference is. I don't think there's any ink in this. They don't come with an ink cartridge, pretty sure. Let me just see. Hopefully I have a cartridge for it, because I always forget to buy them. Oh no, it does have an ink cartridge. It just wasn't started. So I'm going to go ahead and start it, even though this ink is probably not going to be waterproof. Let's see how it writes. I'm really curious. Curious. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. This one may get most of the use, and I'll show you the difference in just a bit. Okay, so I pulled out a little sketchbook that I have. This is an old Pentalic freebie back when I was an ambassador for them. I got one of these books, but I want to just show you real quick the difference in these pens. This one is the 55-degree pen. So you can see how thick this goes on if I do a side line versus a down line. And then an upside down line it can get real thin. But these top lines, if you change the angle that you are writing in, like if I go with a move back and use a flat hand, I'm going to be at that 55 degrees, and I'm going to get a very thick line. Sorry, I'm sitting really far back. I can't even see my hand here. The camera's in front of my face. But then if I change my angle and start to write this way, I get a thinner line. And when I'm sketching, that's probably more of the size that I would like to have. I rarely would need something this thick. But then this one, I haven't even tried this yet, so except for the couple scratches I did a minute ago. If I use the nib flat at the 40-degree mark, I have to come way back on my pen in order to get my hand down. And then I can get basically the same line. That's a gray ink, which has a little bit of green in it, so it's a gray-green. This one is a black ink that they gave me. Now, if I use it the way I normally would write, is more like this. And I get a consistently thin line. I'm liking this blue one a lot. It takes more for me to get the thick line. I have to get it way down in order to get it. And still, it's not going to come as thick as this one. If I bring this one way down, I get a very thick line. They're not too dissimilar. This one, of course, feels smoother because you're working on that rounded tip so much. But anyway, that's the difference in the two pens. And I really like the feel of both of them. And I just need to get used to using them more. This little nub that you see on the cap is to prevent this from rolling off of a table. It'll only go to the point of that little nub and it won't roll any further, which is really nice. These are inexpensive pens. These go for about $10, the 55-degree ones. These go for about $12 or $13 for the 40-degree one. It's a newer pen. But plastic with a screw-on cap, you can change it to a refillable cartridge. Some people use the old cartridges and just put the ink in those and pop them back on. You can do that as well. And anyway, so that's those. But anyway, so that's one of the things I got. Now, yesterday something came, and I need to go back into my email to see what the hell's going on here. But I bought a set of Bic pens in different colors, 15 colors to be exact. And of all of those pens, I have 8 of them are intact, and the rest of them are taped together because they came crushed. So I have 7 crushed pins and 8 that are not crushed. So 9 that are not crushed. I don't know, something like that. Maybe there's 16. Anyway, I was pissed. I was really pissed. So I can use them now that I've got them taped with washi tape and stuff. But I wanted to get those for portrait drawing. And I also love Bic pens because of the ability to color very lightly and then more dark, doing a lot of shading with the pens. So that's why I got those. Now, I have no idea what's in these 2 boxes, and I'm still waiting on that darn watercolor palette that's been, I don't know, seems like a month now. It's probably only been 3 weeks, but I'm kind of pissed, you know? Excuse me, I wanted a sip of my tea before it gets cold. I do need something to open with. I'm just going to use this nasty knife. And, nope, I don't think it's strong enough. I'll break it. Let me get a scissor here. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, this is something I'm going to do a video on, and I will show you exactly why I'm going to use this. I got myself a professional resin mixer, and I got it for stirring gouache. So I will show you how I'm going to use this. And this one is rechargeable, so you're not going to go through batteries like crazy. Excited to have that. And then the last thing that I got is not even an art supply, so never mind. I don't think I have any art supplies in here. No, it's just my CC cream. But anyway, something else that I just started to use are these little glass cups. These cups come with desserts in them. Chocolate mousse, creme brulee that you can take a torch to and everything. And then, I'm sorry, got a hair in my mouth. There it is. I shed all the time. But anyway, I have tons of these cups. Right now I have water in them. And the thing I like about them is how shallow they are. I usually use canning jars, those blue ball ones, the ones that are really expensive to buy online. And I picked them up at a flea market for like $2.50 a piece. But these little cups are great because I don't have to reach down in every time. I can just get my brush in there, pull it out, and move on. So I'm really excited about using those. So that's basically all I had for you guys today. I'm working on some paintings. I'm going to work on my classes on Domestica that I'm taking. And then my next video, oh shoot, and I may need to do it today. I forgot to close up my gouache last night. Shoot. Oh boy, one of them's dry. Anyway, I'm going to show you how I fix my dry gouache. Somebody was telling me that she has Himi gouache and it's all dried up. And I told her, don't throw it away. I'll show you how to fix it. And that will probably be in my next video. So stay tuned for it. And I know it'll be up next week. Take care, everybody. God bless you. Remember, be courageous. Paint with wild abandon. And most of all, be kind to each other. Get out a sketchbook. Doodle. Do something. Just keep practicing and things will improve. That's what I'm doing in my sketchbooks. Some of them are ugly. Some of them are not so ugly. So just keep at it. That's how we learn. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.